Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. Happy Friday. So, for today, I have a juicy episode, and it's all about love and hip hop, Atlanta season 11. We are predominantly going to focus on episode 5. And not everyone in that particular episode. I'm going to talk about, the Spice and Meda drama that had unfolded on this last episode. So if you did not watch that particular episode and that particular scene for whatever reason, don't worry, I've got you covered. So just to give a bit of a synopsis as to what happened as it relates to that particular episode. In this episode, we will dive into the drama, as I said, surrounding Spy's first performance since she was in the hospital last year when that whole situation of sepsis took over her body. So in this episode, we see that she is in the beautiful Cayman Islands, where she is going to do a performance for as it relates to some of the songs that she has came up with over the years. But in that particular scene, it wasn't all sunshine and roses. We've seen that a lot of arguments and emotional spats happened during her time in the Cayman Islands between her and Meda. So it was super unfortunate to see. Like, I will give you guys a bit of context as to where the drama is coming from between Meda and Spice. So Spice is like pretty much upset because she feels like her friend Meda is more into Carly, and she's focusing and she's up. Spice is upset that Meda is being a friend to Carly more than her. She feel like as though like, Mita is not really there for her. Before she's upset and angry that, she feels that Carly took Mita from her. So in the episode, she is at first she's in the Cayman Islands with Shekinah and herself. They're both there, and they're talking and that sort of thing. And then I did see in the episode she mentioned to Shekinah, oh, I don't know if Mita is going to make it to come, because obviously in the previous episode, episode 4, when Mita and her were at Carly's daughter Jasmine's baby shower, Spice was like yelling at Mita. She was treating her in the most ways. She was frustrated. She was shouting up. And I kind of have, like, like I kind of was looking at Spice, like, why is she behaving so angry? And everyone, like, I love Spice. I love her music. I love the fact that she's on Love and Hip Hop. But I feel like, she is kind of acting a bit angry. She's shouting. She's not giving other people the opportunity to sort of vent their feelings as well. So in episode 4 we see that she is like shouting at Amita, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so unfortunate. Why is she behaving like this? This is not the right time of play and place to be behaving like this, especially if you're at someone else baby shower and you're out here screaming in these streets. So that was, pretty much episode 4 where she was yelling. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that in case you didn't watch episode 4, to kind of give you an idea as to where this whole thing escalated, this whole anger that Spice has with Mita, where it escalated from. So we see in episode 5, she's not sure if Mita's gonna join her with Shekinah to see her stage performance. And I was when I was watching the episode, I was like, okay, Spice, you kind of seem like you want Mita to be there, but you were just yelling at her in the previous episode. You were just like so angry with her in the previous episode. So why do you want her? Why do you want someone that you're so angry with to come see you perform? It's obviously that you are. Of course, she's hurt, but I feel like if you're going to treat someone in that manner, just because they're friends with Carly, then you shouldn't worry if they're going to come to the Cayman Islands to see you perform or not. You know what I mean? But then anyway, so Mita, it's obvious that she really respects and she loves Spice. She does, take the trip. She comes to Cayman Islands to see Spice and to be there for Spice performance. But then I noticed in the scene, Spice was kind of acting a bit standoffish, nonchalant. She sort of kind of in the beginning did not want to talk to Mita. And I'm like, okay, yes, you're angry with her. Yes, you're hurt that she is, making Carly a priority over you in your mind. But this person came all the way to Cayman Islands to see you perform, to be there for you, to show you that they love you. Why are you trying to act standoffish if you were just recently venting, like you don't know if she was going to show up, and you were kind of giving the inclination that you wanted her to show up, and now that she's here, you're treating her like you don't give a damn. Like, I'm sorry, like, I always stick up for Spice, but in this particular circumstance, I feel like yes, she's hurt. Yes, she could feel whatever type of way she's gonna feel. But then at the end of the day, if you want to reconcile with your friend, you have to show her some sort of respect too. And then we see that she did invite, Spice did invite Meda to dinner with her and Shekinah. And then, the dinner did not go as smoothly. Spice started shouting, getting all upset again. And go like just doing the most and acting all angry. And I actually felt really bad for Meda. I was like, why is she treating her like that? Like, Spice, like, a ticket is not cheap to come all the way from the US to Cayman Islands. So you should be appreciative that she went out of her way to come. So we see that she was like telling her like, oh, you're friends with Carly, you sort of abandoned me. And then Meda is telling her like, okay, let me talk. And she just keeps going on and on, talking over Meda, no type of respect. And I was like, oh my goodness, Meda should have just stayed home and not even bothered to come, to support her, because she was just angry over and over and over again and wasn't trying to calm down. But nevertheless, we do see that in that scene they hash it out. They hug each other, they tell each other that they love each other, and they hug and everything, and they sort of like piece it out. And but it was a really really hard scene to watch, because like both of them are crying. You could really see that they both genuinely love each other and they see each other as a friend. But I feel like regardless of the fact that they pieced this out, they talked about it. Spice did mention that it was good for them to get the anger out. But I feel like, Spice, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I feel like you were the one that is mainly angry rather than Meda. Yes, Meda probably is hurt that you're upset with her, but I feel you're the one that really needed to get the anger out. And I don't like the approach that Spice, took. I felt that she was being a bit disrespectful, as it relates to Meda, in my personal opinion. Period. Okay. And then I feel like, Meda, as much as she loves Spice and, she wants to have this relationship, be here for long term, I feel like some boundaries need to be set with Spice. First of all, you can't, I feel like Spice's main issue is that she feels like, Meda is also friends with Carly. And I feel like Meda needs to, really get ingrained in Spice that, you shouldn't tell me who to talk to. I should be able to be friends with both of you without all this anger, without all this hurt, without all this shenanigans. Yeah, like Meda needs to tell her, like, don't tell me who to talk to. I love you, Spice, but I'm also going to be friends with Carly. If Meda does not sit Spice down and let her know this, then Spice is going to be hurt and upset. And there's going to be a screaming fiasco every single time she talks or she hangs out with Carly. Like, it's becoming a bit like you feel like you own Meda, and we do not want to have this perception that we own our friends. Like, they should be able to be friends with friends with whoever else they choose to, as long as they show up and they show us that they're genuine and they really care about us. So I feel like, a bigger conversation needs to happen. And Meda needs to tell Spice this, and Spice needs to be able to understand that. Period. If Spice, if you're upset with Carly, that has nothing to do with Meda. You're sort of putting Meda in the middle, and forcing her to choose. And I feel like that is not acceptable. And of course, Meda continues to be friends with Carly, and then you feel like you're gonna shout at her and talk to any type of way. And personally, in my opinion, that is not acceptable. That's outrageous behavior. Period. Okay. But yeah, I think like boundaries really need to be put in place. And I'm happy that they hashed it out. Hopefully, going forward, we're not going to see any more screaming matches between the two of them, because I feel like if you've been friends for so long, you shouldn't let something petty as the Meta being friends with Carly be such a big issue that you're going to be acting all dramatic. And in that particular scene, Spice even went ahead and said something along the lines of, "Oh, I seen that you were just with Carly last week. You all posted pictures with each other. What's the big deal? Like, she's friends with her, and you're going to have to get over that." I'm pretty sure Mita can't tell you who to be friends with, and we know Spice has like a lot of friends. So, Spice, like, get it together, get over that hump, get over that hurt, stop acting entitled. And I'm just gonna keep it real, but I'm not saying I do love Spice. And I feel like, she's bringing the drama, but it does have to be in, of course, a respectable way or manner. So I'm going to share with you guys some, comments as it relates to this particular situation regarding fans and their perception on this whole drama that unfolded with Mita and Spice. So Tiffany here says, Spice problem is she thinks she's royalty and everyone is supposed to bow down to her and let her treat them any kind of way. So in terms of this particular comment, if Spice wants to feel that she is royalty, that is her choice. But I do agree with the statement in the sense that she wants people to bow down to her and let her treat them any type of way. Yeah, I feel like people should, especially as Mina in question, should not let Spice treat her any type of way. When we have a friendship, there should be mutual respect. You know what I mean? One should not feel that they are, more important than the other. So, there a boundary definitely needs to be set there between them. That's what I think. So, someone else here says, I'm tired of this Spice and Meta thing. It's childish. Yeah, it's totally childish. Like, again, like people should not tell other people who to be friends with. You would think that, Mita sort of slept with her man, like Mita really did something to sort of backstab her. All Mita did is hang out with Carly. What is the big deal? Why is all these what is the need for all this like emotional outburst over someone being someone else's friend? Like, it's super childish and it should end. And as I said, I'm happy that they pieced it out, and hopefully this hatchet is buried and we're not going to see this on Love and Hip Hop going forward. Yes, people are glued to their TVs for the drama, but then who wants to see, two people that care about each other's friendship come to an unfortunate demise? So then I'm going to share one more. As someone says, it looks exhausting being Spice's friend. I would agree. If she continues this whole fiasco of, you're my friend and you shouldn't be anyone else's friend, it's going to be draining for Mita or anyone else that talks to Carly that also talks to Spice. They're gonna feel like they're stuck in the middle, that they have to pick between the two of them. And eventually people are gonna get tired of this, sort of shenanigans. So, Spice needs to get in her head, continue to work on your music, continue to do your stage shows. And you've had this health scare last year that took over your body. There was a lot of reports that Spice died. Focus on healing, focus on positive energy, let go any hurt or any negative feelings that you have towards other people. Hopefully, despite the fact that Carly has done like a number of things to Spice, hopefully she's able to, let it go for herself to be able to heal internally. So yeah, this was, my 2 cents as it relates to, episode 5 and the scene between, Spice and Amita. But shout out to Shekinah, she really loves Spice and she is there for Spice wholeheartedly. And hopefully, Spice is reciprocating the love that Shekinah gives to her. But we are going to keep on top of it to see if any other drama unfolds as it relates to the beef between Spice and Meda. Let me know what you think about the episode. Did you watch episode 5? What do you think about the drama that unfolds between Spice and Meda? Do you feel like, Spice is acting, doing the most? She's acting out of control. Do you feel like she's over emotional? Do you feel like Meda can be friends with both Carly and Spice, or she should pick one? What is your perception? I would love to get you all's feedback. Let's keep it fun and spicy. But yeah, that was all for today. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, keep it coming. Let's rank it up to 1,000 subscribers. And I want to thank everybody that subscribed to my channel so far. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And it means so much to me to get your support. Take care. Ciao.